Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्रील प्रभुपाद की दिस माइक हरे कृष्ण
Is this for recording?
हरे कृष्ण yeah. That's right. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे I'll take one verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Today is Varaha Dvadashi, tomorrow. Therefore I thought I'll take one verse from there. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuhunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। विधुन्वता वेदमयं निजं वपुर् जनस्तपः सत्यनिवासिनो वयं शटाशिकोद्धूतशिवाम्बुबिन्दुभिर् विमृज्यमाना भृशमीशपाविताः विधुन्वता वेदमयं निजं वपुर् जनस्तपः सत्यनिवासिनो वयं शटाशिकोद्धूतशिवाम्बुबिन्दुभिर् विमृज्यमाना भृशमीशपाविताः। Yeah, three devotees can recite. Any three devotees. Vidhunvata vedamayam nijam vapur janastapa satyanivasino vayam शटाशिको धूत शिवाम्बुबिन्दुभिर् विव्रज्यमाना भृशमीशपाविताः।
विधुन्वता वेदमयं निजं वपुर् जनस्तपः सत्यनिवासिनो वयं षडाशिकोद्धूतशिवाम्बुबिन्दुभिर् विमृज्यमाना भृशमीशपाविताः। माताजी विधुन्वता वेदमयं निजं वपुर्
janastapa satya nivasino vayam shakashiko dhuta shivambu bindu bher vimrajyamana bhishamisha pavitaha. One of you can read the translation, please. Who can read loudly?
O Supreme Lord, undoubtedly we are inhabitants of the most pious planets, the jana, tapas and satya lokas. But still we have been purified by the drops of water sprinkled from your shoulder hairs by the shaking of the body.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki.
Yeah. Ordinarily, the body of a hog is considered impure, but one should not consider that the hog incarnation assumed by the Lord is also impure. That form of the Lord is the personified Vedas and is transcendental. The inhabitants of the jana, tapas and satya lokas are the most pious persons in the material world. But because those planets are situated in the material world, there are so many material impurities there also. Therefore, when the drops of water from the tips of the Lord's shoulder hairs were sprinkled upon the bodies of the inhabitants of the higher planets, they felt purified. The Ganges water is pure because of its emanating from the toe of the Lord. And there is no difference between the water emanating from the toe and that from the tips of the hair from the shoulder of Lord Boar. They are both absolute and partial.
Thank you. So we are very happy to be at the home of Amshi Gopal Prabhu and his good wife and 2 children. Thank you for organizing this program, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So here is a very amazing thing said. When Lord Boar, Varaha, appeared in this world, I'll show you the... We'll sing this 2 minutes. Pasati dashana shikhare dharani tavalagna. Everybody? Pasati dashana shikhare dharani tavalagna. Shashini kalam takaleva nimagna. Keshavadta Shukara Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Keshavadta Shukara Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish So this is beautiful Lord Varaha. This is the verse we were reciting just now. In this verse he says, Vidhunvata means purified. By whom? Vedamayam, Nijam Vapur. The Lord's Vapur is Vedamayam. Lord's body is completely spiritual. And Janaha, Tapaha, Satya Nivasino Vayam. They are saying Vayam means we, all of us who belong to the Jana Loka, Tapa Loka and Satya Loka. When you shook your body, my Lord, and your water from your body fell on us, you became Vidhunvata, became purified. How? By Shata, Shikodhutta Shivambu Bindube. You see, if a pig comes out of a ditch on the road and whether it does, and the water is sprinkled on your body, immediately you'll go home and stand under the shower. You take a bath. Is it not true? Whereas here, this boar, when he shook the body and the water fell on the jana, tapa, satya, these are not ordinary people. See, in the upper planetary systems, we are in Bhuloka, then Boarlok, Suvarlok, these two are heavenly planets. But as you go higher than that, Maharlok, Janalok, Tapalok, there are many rishis, munis, sages are there. They are all performing severe penances. And as the higher you go, purer they are. In the Brahma's planet, which is called satya loka, actually these people go with Brahma back to Godhead at the end of their life. They don't have to be born again. That much highly qualified people. What kind of impurities they are talking about? Even in jana loka, tapa loka and satya loka. Jana loka, there is a possibility of some impurity because when pralaya comes, it touches up to jana loka. So jana loka people, pahima, brakshama, and then they go to tapa loka. They also can fly to tapa loka. Although the trouble can only sort of frighten them, that's all. Because they are pure. They are not going to be harmed. They go to satya loka. So jana loka people go to tapa loka, and tapa loka is a very, very advanced devotees, advanced sages are there performing. Many of them performing Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Some are bhaktas also, some of them. So, what impurity can be there that it was cleansed by Varaha? We'll try to understand it today. See, one time when Brahma and the Kumaras and Marichi, all of them were standing, Devatas and Rishis were standing together, they were worried about the recent calamity that was engulfing the whole universe. There was a smoke coming from Diti's womb, which was permeating the universe, and all the Devatas felt the heat of that. Sometimes you see, you put a heat pump in your house too much. In the night and morning, get up, it's very hot. Have you seen that? Sometimes it happens sometimes, and too much of heat. We find it uneasy. But now the heat was so much, it was scorching the planets. They all left the planets and went above to Brahma's planet and said, "Oh my dear Lord, we don't know what is this heat scorching our planets. We are unable to even reside there. We have come to you." Brahma said, "Good, very good, come sit down and hear a class I am going to give you now." He said. They said, "We came for relief from suffering and you are going to give us a class." He said, "This is the tax you have to pay to know the answer. What is the smoke?" Then they sat down and Brahma spoke the 3rd canto, 15th chapter. That is the kingdom of God. They said, "Is this the answer? We didn't get any answer from what you spoke. We thought you were going to solve our problem." Brahma said, "Here comes the answer, hear it. I told you about the kingdom of God. At the door of Vaikuntha, there was Jai Vijay and Chatursh Kumaras arrived there, isn't it? And then there was an altercation between the two, and they were cursed to become, in 3 lifetimes they had to become demons in the material world and to assist the Lord in the Virya Rasa, correct, no? So, he told about that, and then he said, those two, Jai and Vijay, now they are in the womb of Diti. And therefore, from the Diti's womb is coming the smoke, which is hot smoke. You can imagine, even within the mother's womb, they are creating so much trouble. When they come out, you don't know what they will do. Isn't it? Very dangerous, 2 personalities. So, because they are Lord's devotees are extremely powerful. For the sake of the Lord, they were ready to accept this type of role, just to please Him. One should not think Jai Vijay have become a demon. One should know that this is a pastime the devotees agree to perform for the pleasure of the Lord. See, when I was a small kid, what is her age, Mamaji? What is her age? How? 8? Yeah, I was also like 7 or 8 at the time. My father would lie down like this on one side and would tell me to walk over his body, up to the shoulder, and then from shoulder to the leg, like that. So somebody from the neighborhood would come and see through the window and say, "Hey, you are offending your father, walking on his body, over his body like this." After some time my father would turn this side, now we walk on this side. So me and my father will be smiling because we know what we are doing. Actually he wants me to, he only ordered me to massage his body by walking over his body. And then he tells me, now do this side, I do it. So it is his order for me to please him in that way. Isn't it? So is my father getting offended by that? No. And I am doing it because he has ordered me. So we both have understanding what does that person know. Our neighbor doesn't know. Similarly, when Lord brings his devotees like Jai Vijay, he wants to enjoy the Virya Rasa. Like a king sometimes appoints a wrestler and the wrestler is punching the king, and king is punching the wrestler, and all the queens and ministers are laughing, having a good time watching the king doing wrestling. That fellow is not king's enemy. That fellow is king's appointed employee or servant, and king is paying also for him. So just king gets pleasure by doing kushti, Like the Lord wants to do kushti. The problem in spiritual world is nobody will fight with him. If you Lord demands too much, fight with me, they will take a lotus and throw on him, that's all. That also he will say, sorry, they will say. They can't fight with him. So Lord says, okay, come with me. Let's go to material world. I will make you forgetful of me, and then you'll be covered by me, and then you fight with me, then I can enjoy. Truly I can enjoy. So Lord brings them here, like that. That's Virya Rasa we call it. So Lord brought them. That is why these two fellows became Jai Vijay. So Jai Vijay became this Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Now when the Devatas heard, they became frightened. My Lord, they are going to become demons. What will happen? Now the demoniac culture flourishes in the world, we will be in big trouble. They will even come to the heavenly abode and trouble us. Sometimes devotees ask, Prabhu, we are devotees. Why sometimes we also get trouble? Sometimes demons seem to be very powerful. People ask. How that happens is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. When Lord Vishnu is lying in the milk ocean, with his semi-closed eyes, he is smiling and watching what are all the living entities doing. Sometimes even Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, these devatas become a little slack in their devotional service. Smriti pramushta atishayendriyotsavat. Like that, there is a verse which says that. What is that verse? Na yatra vaikuntakata sudhapaga na sadavo bhagavatasthadashraya na yatra yajnesha makha mahotsava suresha lokopi navai sasedvyadam kim dushkarairna kratubis tapo vratair dhanadi virbad vijayena falgunam. Here comes. Na yatra narayana pada pankaja smriti pramushta atishaya indriya utsava. They are saying, na yatra narayana pada pankaja. We are not able to remember the lotus feet of Lord Narayana. Why? Smriti pramushta. Our smriti has become bhanga. What is the reason? Atishaya indriya utsavat. Indra is relaxing in the Nandanandana garden and Apsara is dancing, another Apsara is playing veena, and is drinking somaras. Go on, very nice. Suddenly the demons come, they come running and he has to catch Dhoti and run away. Isn't it? He will have to flee for his life. So it's not that heavenly planets are free from problem. Why? Because Lord Vishnu, Kshirodaksha Vishnu, lying in the milk ocean says, okay Indra, you are quite cool now, you are not taking the bhakti seriously, you are very slack in heavenly planets enjoying, wait and watch what I do. And then the Lord tells Kala, my dear Kala, do the needful. Lord doesn't directly interfere. Kala is like, now devatas are up, asuras are down. Like that Kala does. They come up and these fellows are down. So, when devatas are pushed down and the asuras come up, there is a great danger, calamity in the world and devatas run. Sometimes people ask why some javanas come into a country and take over the power and they are demolishing temples, desecrating deities. If you carefully observe, all those instances have happened many times in temples where they hoarded a lot of gold and silver. Sometimes there are 2,000 kilos of gold and things like that. So the Yavanas, when they come, they become very greedy, correct? No? They want to loot the property. Another thing is, in temples when there are sometimes lack of impurity, people become slack in their devotion to the Lord and commit abominable activities, then Lord is no more pleased to be there. Lord sometimes will go underground sometimes, or he will be hidden in a bush until some pure devotee like Madhavendra Puri comes, and then he will come out of the bush, correct? No? So Lord has his reason. Lord will want to be worshipped purely. So in this way, Lord sometimes lets asuras become powerful. Without Lord letting them, asuras cannot do anything. They come to power. At that time, when devatas heard these things, they were frightened. They were asking Brahma, is there any solution? Who will defeat these two asuras, isn't it? So, you will find when Brahma was surrounded by sages and demigods, suddenly something came out of his nose. See, if something comes out of our nose, it goes straight to dustbin and you have to wash your hand with soap also. Washing soap, correct, no? It's considered impure. But what came out of Brahma's nose went down and then flew up. And they saw it was thumb size. Then it was fist size. Then it was, like a boar size. Then it was mountain size. Like what you see there. Like that he was flying up. And all the devatas, including Brahma, Kumaras, nobody could ascertain who this personality is. Is it a demon? Is it a demigod? Who is the powerful personality? That's why Muhyanti, that's Surya. Name vidu Saraganaha Prabhavam Namaharishaya Ahamadirhi Devanam Maharishinam cha Sarvasha. Exactly, it's proven here. Even the great Maharishis, even the great Devatas, including Brahma, the four-headed Brahma, whose body is made up of intelligence, even he couldn't ascertain who the Lord is. So nobody can understand if the Lord, unless the Lord reveals himself. See, can you go in search of the sun with your torchlight or hurricane lamp? What light is required to see the sun? Sunlight. Nama Atma Pradipaya Sakshine Paramatmane Namo Giram Viduraya Manashascheta like that Gajendra is saying. Atma Pradip means you can see the sun with sunlight. You can see the Lord with his mercy only, which comes from him only. There's no other way. So, that is why when Lord reveals, Lord was looking at these fellows, you guys don't know who I am. I am in disguise. You are unable to understand me, who I am. Okay. And some Devata said, hey, look at his eyes. He's having Kamalanayanam. In this world only one fellow has Kamalanayan. Who is that? Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanavam Suresham Vishwadharam Ganyatasam Vegavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam. So, the lotus petal-like eyes are only with the Supreme Lord. So some of them suspected maybe this is Supreme Lord, but they weren't sure also. But why he is appearing in this strange form, they couldn't understand it like that. Isn't it? Yeah. Still Lord wanted to reveal his identity because they are all his devotees ultimately. So he shook his body like this. At that time the water was sprinkled on the bodies of all the devatas and rishis, and they felt like rose-scented waters falling on their body, and they were, what a fragrance. Sometimes you have seen this gulab gel, no? If somebody is sprinkling on it, isn't it? The smell of a rose or lotus. And they experience that fragrance. So, not only externally they felt it fragrant and very pleasant. See, the Lord, whatever comes out of the Lord is very fragrant. See, when Rishabhadev, he was adopting Avadhuta Vesh. He was passing stool and urine and rolling on that. But that stool and urine was smelling fragrant like Chandan and Aguru for 80 miles distance. If any man says, I am God, tell him, pass stool, let us see. Whether it can smell, 80 miles distance, it can be like Chandan and Aguru. Anybody, isn't it? The stool in this world is obnoxious and abominable, and nobody would want to even see it. You immediately put on the flush and you throw it off. Whereas the Lord, anything coming out of the Lord is very auspicious and very fragrant, very attractive, you can see. Here the water sprinkling from his body, it was, now what was purified in the saintly persons? See, even the saints, sages who have attained higher planets, there are three types of impurities in the conditioned souls. The impurities of proprietorship, controllership, enjoyership. So the proprietorship example is, Daksha Prajapati. Controllership, Durvasamani, controlling Ambarish. Enjoyership, Hiranyakashipu. Or Ravana. Now, proprietorship means to loot, like Bali Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu, they all were in a looting mode, correct now? And controllership means beat. Hiranyakashipu wanted to beat his son, or Durvasamani wanted to kill Ambarish, like that, isn't it? And enjoyership means catch. For example, Ravana caught the hand of Sita and tried to kidnap her. I can see that. So, Prabhupada says these three tendencies, loot, beat and catch, are the three impurities in the mind, which are the viruses in the mind. They are the impurities. They have to be rectified. Now, somebody is more inclined to karma. They are caught up in rituals and proprietorship mentality. Somebody is more inclined to yoga. They are caught in a controllership mentality and also becoming angry. Like Vishwamitra became angry with Vasishta. He became angry with Ramba and made her into a stone. The yogis have a controllership mentality. Karmis have a proprietorship mentality. And jnanis have enjoyership mentality. Right now, they want to become Brahmalin and enjoy. Relaxation. So, If a devotee is lazy to do service, that is jnani tendency, relaxation tendency. If a devotee becomes angry with somebody, that's a yogi tendency. Want to control and perfectionism, isn't it? Everything should be perfect. They cannot tolerate any little imperfection also, isn't it? Similarly, if a devotee is overly ritualistic, we say, what is that? Niyamagraha. Niyama agraha, niyama agraha. So they are more accepting rituals but not putting the heart. That is karmi tendency. So these tendencies have to be purified. These three tendencies. And Shuddha Bhakti means beyond the three. Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakalya Shanta. Krishna Bhakta Nishkam Ataya Shanta. So Bhukti Mukti Siddhi are the three impurities. And all three of them actually keep us in this material world. So these sages have gone up to the, jana loka, tapa loka, satya loka. But they are also still doing tapasya to purify their heart. And Lord sprinkled the water. They all got purified. So they attained pure devotion service. They got shelter of the Lord. Now they understood the Lord by the revelation of the Lord. So now there are 10 differences you can say between Varahadev coming like this and Indra who became a pig. Once you all know that story of the pig. So now let us, only one you can say, maximum. If any of you want to share one point, let us ask. We will begin with the children first. What is the difference between Lord Varaha and Indra when he became a pig and he was living in a ditch and Brahma wanted to call him back? He wanted to call him back to heaven. What he said? No. Why should I leave this wonderful place? Narakastopi deham vai napumam tekta vichati. Lord Kapila is saying that. One doesn't want to even an Naraka situation also. So he wanted to be there. He said, look at my big wife and see my beautiful pig-like children and how sweetly they are snoring. And every day I get a plate of hot something, the morning tea and all that. So now let us hear from, we will begin with children and then we will go to adults. What are the differences between this Varahadeva and Indra? Let us take from them. Begin with them. You understood that past tense? Okay. Yes, sir? Yes. Varahadeva is pure and Indra is impure. Very good.
Varahadeva came to have his past tense. He came to his own way.
Yes.
Indra was kind of cursed.
Indra was cursed. Varahadeva came out his own. Sambhavami Atmamaya. He comes by his own sweet will. Like the sun rises by its own sweet will, sets by its own sweet will. Nobody is pulling the sun to come here. The Lord voluntarily came, whereas Indra was cursed to be born. Very good. 2 points have come, pure, impure, and this one has come. Anybody more? Varahadeva was fully aware of his identity and others' identity, whereas Indra was completely put into forgetfulness. He was covered over by, Avranatmika Shakti, correct now? Very good. And yes, sir?
Varahadev was Satchidananda Vigraha, but Indra was not.
Exactly, Haribol, beautiful. Very important point he captured, very good. Satchidananda Swarupam, Indra's body is Panchamabhut. Very good, thank you. Now 4 points have come. Anybody more? Himself, very good. Brilliant point, very good. Yeah. Actually, the Lord's enjoyment is spiritual and Indra's enjoyment is mundane. Coming under the, in the spiritual world, Sambit, Sandhini, Hladini, 3 potencies, they pervertedly reflect in the material world also. Like in the spiritual world, Sandhini is under Balramji, right? All the expansion of the spiritual items in the spiritual world. The same Sandhini is expanding as millions of universes and the 14 planetary systems. That is Sandhini in the material world. And the Samvit in the spiritual world, inspires the jivas with transcendental knowledge about Krishna. And they can associate very nicely with that knowledge. Whereas that is coming here as Jada Vidya in engineering and medical and all those colleges, education. That is a Samvit shadow knowledge, Jada Vidya. And there Hladini is the bliss potency which brings the Lord and devotees together, experiencing spiritual bliss, what Mataji was telling Varahadev and his devotees, isn't it? Whereas that is permanently reflecting as sense gratification material body. The parthiva ras, swargiya ras and all. So parthiva ras is physical pleasures, like eating, sex life, and swargiya ras is emotional pleasure or mental pleasure. These two are mundane. So that is, so Indra was experiencing only that, whereas Varadeva was experiencing Vaikuntha ras. Correct, no? Brilliant point. Yeah. 6 points have come, yes, Prabhu. Yes. Nothing special. Yeah. Correct. Varaha, the Varahadev, he did something very special. The earth had lost her balance and fallen into the Garbhodak ocean. So Lord could bring her out and place her in an orbit which no human being, no devata can do such things. Lord's activities are all superhuman, extraordinary. Even Brahma Shiva, nobody can do such activity. You can see Varaha could do such an extraordinary activity. One is it's extraordinary, and Indra activities are ordinary. That is very true, very correct. 7 points have come. And one more, anybody else?
One is Indra under the influence of Mahamaya, and Varahadev by his own will is under the influence of Yoga.
Perfect. So 8 points have come. That's correct. And then, you see, or any other avatara in this world, they come for 3 purposes, which is a very famous loka in Gita. Let us ask the children, if they don't know, only then others will be allowed. Anybody knows there are 3 purposes for which Lord comes. So he will give a clue. Only first word you tell and they will repeat. Yeah. Next word? Very good. Give them an applause. Very good. You said it both verses. Very good. So those 3 things. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinasha dushkritam, dharma samsthapanartha. So establish the earth in her orbit so that all jivas can do the dharma properly. And he destroyed the demon Hiranyaksha. And the Lord also protected the devotees. Correct, no? So this is, Lord comes with a mission and he executes the mission successfully. Indra has no mission, only sense gratification. He has no mission, isn't it? That's another difference. So in this way, I can study the scriptures by this kind of comparison, contrast, evaluation, analysis. If it is done for the purpose of understanding the Lord better so that it can increase our surrender, that type of analysis of scriptures is very welcomeable because it enhances our understanding. So, in this way, Lord Varaha appeared and they all offered this wonderful prayer. Shata Shiko Dhutta Shivamba Binduvir Vimridyamana Bhritamisha Papitaha, he says. Varaha Deva, when he appeared like this, at that time Bhudevi, Varaha Dev gave a child to Bhudevi whose name was Bhauma. And Devi asked that, you are in a very happy mood now, your job is already done. So all of you, correct? Once your job is done, you are very happy, right? Any service is done successfully. So in your happy mood, I want to ask for a benediction. So he gave one Narayanastra to her. And later on, so not Narayanastra, Vaishnavastra he gave. And that Vaishnavastra she gave to Bhauma. At that time Bhauma was a good boy at that time when he was born. Yeah. But when he grew up, he went on to become Bhaumasura. This is the problem, you see. Sometimes you may give something nice to somebody, thinking that they are good, but then later on, in case they become spoiled, then the nice thing that you gave may be misused. Correct, no? Can happen. So, now, what happened? Bhauma became Bhaumasura, and later on, you know that, Krishna took Satyabhama with him and went to Pragjyotishpur, correct, no? Lot of protection mechanism was there. There was moat and crocodiles were all there and big walls. Murad demon was standing and all that. Lord finished. Lord didn't go through that moat and all. He directly flew in the Garuda on the top. This one had electrified also. All the walls and everything. The Lord crossed everything. And Murad demon, he encountered him and finished him. That's what he's called as? Murari. Yeah. So, and then Lord went ahead. There was a fight with Brahmasura. Lord thought, although he is my so-called son, but he is not a proper son. He has become asat. And is causing great calamity in this world by destroying Brahminical culture. So, you can see that Lord is keeping Prahlad on his lap and embracing Prahlad and glorifying him. Whereas Lord is killing Brahmasura, which goes to show that Lord is impartial. Lord just doesn't kill somebody because they are a demon. But a demon is willing to be aligned with the Brahminical culture and benefit the world, jivas, to liberate them, help them get liberated. Then Lord will accept even somebody born in a demoniac clan to be like his own child. Like Bali Maharaj or Prahlad Maharaj or Bali Maharaj and all of them. So, but Lord thought, how can I kill this fellow? Because Satyabhama has a connection to the Bhu Shakti. So he thought later on she is going to raise objection. That's why he took her also with him. When Brahmasura was throwing weapons, said Lord Krishna, continuously volleys of arrows. Satyabhama said, what are you doing? Why you are not responding quickly? He said, this fellow is setting so many arrows, what can I do? What is your suggestion for me? Satyabhama said, finish him. He said, phew, Krishna finished him. Later on, don't ask me why I finished this fellow. Isn't it? Krishna is very intelligent, you see. Whenever anybody has lot of expectation and attachment and they are very close to you, it is always good for you to take the permission, even if you have decided to do it anyway. It's always good to take the permission, suggestion. Actually, my father taught me this, that ask the opinion from people. If they are telling what is good, then you can say, you only told, you can execute it. But if they don't agree, you convince them in such a way that they will come to the right opinion. But without convincing, a person convinced against his will is of the same opinion, still. Correct? No? So Satyabhama ordered, then Krishna executed very smartly. He did that. Lord is a very powerful empathic personality. Empathy means you are able to understand the feelings of others and perspectives of others. Yeah, when Satyabhama's father Satyajit died, Satyabhama kept the body in this thing, what do you call it, scented oils and everything. And many of the ministers said we should, burn the body. She said, no. One very important person is missing now. Who is it? Who is not here? Without whose presence we cannot do cremation, she said. Who is that? Krishna. Yeah, he was out of station that time. Gone out somewhere. Yeah. So, Satyabhama said we had to wait, and the news was reached to Krishna. Krishna understood why she is waiting, because she is emotionally completely shattered, correct, no? So Krishna informed Satyabhama that I am coming. I am dropping every other work. I am immediately coming back to palace. When Krishna returned to palace, he cried so loud. Ho, 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 ho. Satyabhama had to pacify him. Satyabhama, when she said, okay, it's all right, don't worry. Instead of Krishna having to pacify her, she had to pacify him. So she was completely satisfied emotionally by the behavior of Krishna, because he knows what she wants. So this is not very easy to do for everybody in this world. Krishna understanding Lord. So in this way Krishna finished Brahmasura. But then Brahmasura had given that Vaishnavastra. Actually Mother Earth had given him that Vaishnavastra. And he had given that Vaishnavastra to his son Bhagadatta. Later on in the Kurukshetra battlefield, this Vaishnavastra was thrown by Bhagadatta on the Pandava army. When that was coming, Arjuna was watching what's happening. It was aimed at Arjuna. So it was to finish Arjuna. It's a very, very powerful weapon. Imagine if Lord himself has given it, how powerful it will be. At that time, Krishna increased his form, huge form, and that astra came and fell as a garland in his neck. Arjuna became offended by this. Arjuna said, "Oh, Keshava, why did you take that weapon on yourself? I am here the warrior. You should actually guide me how to defeat that weapon, isn't it?" Like that he asked. Krishna said, "Wait a minute. Listen to me first." He said, then he told this whole pastime. When I came as Varahadeva, I gave this weapon to Bhumi Devi. Bhumi Devi gave it to her son Bhauma. Bhauma gave it to Bhagadatta. Now Bhagadatta has hurled it on you. He said only 3 people can counteract this weapon. He said one is the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, another one is Kshirodaksha Vishnu, third is myself. Nobody else can counteract it, otherwise it will destroy the whole army, including you. And Arjuna said, sorry, Baba. Good thing you did. Many times we don't even know how Lord protects us. Devotee is a very amazing thing. We don't even know in what dangers we are living. But Lord is supreme protector. Another time, on the battlefield, Ashwatthama threw a Narayana Astra. This Narayana Astra is a very unique type of Astra. Because Narayana Astra is directly as powerful as Lord Narayana himself. When this Astra came, from that Astra was coming multiple weapons, flying and attacking the members of the army. It was coming like this. And all the warriors, everybody, including Bhima and others, everybody was taking their weapons to attack Narayana Astra back. The more they would attack it, the more it will get heavy on them and destroy the army. Already the army was getting destroyed, part of it. Krishna made a loud announcement to everybody, hey, this Astra nobody can counteract it, he said. All of you fall flat on the ground. Because the nature of Narayana Astra is, if you surrender, Narayana Astra it will make it weaker. And if you don't surrender, the more you confront it, the power of Narayana Astra will increase. See, this is why King Vrishaparva, when he heard from Sarmishta went to him and said, Papa, today was a very unique day. This Devyani, she insulted me with sharp words. I picked her up and threw her in a dry well. How she can be so naughty? Like that she asked it. He thought, my Lord, what you did? You threw Devyani. What? So what? She asked. He said, she's whose daughter? My Lord, King said immediately, he got up from his seat, he walked down to the street, he started running towards Shukracharya's home. And Shukracharya with his daughter was coming in the opposite side. They both were coming like this. And Shukracharya's lips are quivering, body was trembling, seething with anger that my daughter has been thrown in the dry well. He was in a mood to spell out a curse. So when they both came like this, Vrishaparva came running and thadal he fell. At the feet of Shukracharya, caught hold of it. Shukracharya said, King, get up, I have to speak to you. He said, no, I cannot get up. Unless you promise me, you won't curse me. You say that you have forgiven me, then I will get up. Otherwise, I am in danger. Then Shukracharya felt pity for the king. He said, take it, get up. And then Shukracharya said, see, my dear king, which father can tolerate a daughter cry? See, I have a daughter, Devyani. She's coming and crying to me. See, your daughter has hurt my daughter. Like this. And this, see how his voice has turned down. And that happened by what? What is the secret?
By surrender.
That's the point. Prabhuji has understood. That's why he's successful. Isn't it? Surrender. In our life, see, when a superior is angry, don't give logical reasons. Don't give excuses. Don't blame others. Surrender. Narayana Astra is like that. Narayana Astra is already throwing. You say that I am at fault, you fall. Bow down. Immediately Narayana Astra loses its power, just like Shukracharya lost his power, correct? Na? Because somebody is catching your feet, can you become angry on them? How many of you feel that if somebody has become humble towards you and begging for forgiveness, you can't be angry on them? How many of you feel? Correct? Is that still you'll be angry? You can't be. In Delhi, one Grasa devotee was telling, he was coming. So he had to rush for a program. That's the problem with all devotees. Last minute they want to reach the program fast. Correct, no? So he was coming out of housing colony. Zoom, like that he came out. At that time on the road there was already a fastly moving car. And both the cars came like this. They were about to collide, but they were only 2 inches distance. Like this they arrived. Thank God nothing happened. So naturally that other fellow was coming in the road. He was right. And this devotee was wrong. Because when you're coming from inside, outside, you should come properly. So this devotee understood that fellow was like looking angrily, like as if he is going to burn him down. You are seeing him. So, Muchukunda glance. That what did the devotee do? Devotee just folded the palms. Like this he did. When he lifted his head, the car was gone. That's why I didn't say anything. Because he felt only pity for the devotee. When we surrender, the superior feels pity for us. So that's what Lord Krishna told everybody, all of you, bow down. In front of this Narayana Astra, there is no other way you can confront it. Bhima said, I won't bow down. Krishna had to give a hit. Hey, bow down. Then Bhima also fell down after that. Otherwise, Bhima already actually got damaged because of that, because of not bowing. So, you can see that how Lord Krishna, is a supreme protector of his devotees. And different. Another time, Arjuna, he took one arrow from his quiver, and the arrow jumped and sat. And he was surprised, how this arrow is on its own coming and sitting. Sometimes, like that came and sat. He was surprised. And then he was targeting the neck of Arjuna. Like that, and he sent it. Shalya already told him, don't aim at the neck. You aim this point. But Arjuna, Karna did not pay heed to his advice. In fact, he insulted him, and Shalya also went away because of that. So when he sent that Ashwasena, Nagastra, the Nagastra was supposed to finish the Arjuna, correct? No? At that time, Arjuna suddenly saw the Nagastra came and took off his mukut. And the mukut fell to the ground, and all the diamonds studded in that got scattered away. Arjuna said, Keshava, drive the chariot properly. Krishna said, what properly? Actually Arjuna was feeling that people will laugh at him for the mukut flying off. Your head was to be rolling on the ground, he said. He pushed it 1 feet down. Then Arjuna's affection for Krishna increased many-fold by that. Arjuna said, my Lord, we are like children, we don't know what is good for us, dangerous for us. How you protect your devotees is miraculous. So, this is not the only occasion, many occasions like this. At the end of the battle, Krishna told Arjuna to get off the chariot. Arjuna told Krishna, you get off the chariot, my Lord. He said, I'm telling you, just get off first. As soon as he got off, like that, the whole chariot was burst into flames. And he asked, why? Why this happened? Krishna said, lot of weapons were stuck in your chariot, and they all have been sent by many envious enemies. They are supposed to burn you down. But because I was sitting in the chariot, they could not exert their power. So, in this way, Lord comes in this world to protect his devotees. We should remember these pastimes and be grateful to the Lord. See, around the earth, Lord has put an ozonosphere, correct, no? How motherly Lord is, how compassionate he is. He wants to see us protected, because UV radiation cannot enter because of this. But foolish human beings are releasing carbon monoxide emissions, and they are depleting the ozonosphere, due to which UV radiation is coming in. So is God creating a trouble, or you are creating trouble yourself? Correct, you can see that. But I recently read about ozonosphere. Even though these fellows are depleting, again it reforms. But the rate at which ozonosphere is reforming, these fellows are depleting it more faster. It's like a child is picking up a compass. And what is compass? You know compass? From a Camlin box or something. And mother is coming running, hey beta, don't take it, you will hurt his eyes or something. And he's taking it and running away. How foolish it is, isn't it? So we hurt ourselves. That's why Pracheta said one verse. They said, what is the famous verse? Rupam bhagavatatu yetat ashesha klesha sankshayam avishkritam naklishtanam kimanyat anukampitam. They said, is it not your compassion on us, my dear Lord? You are coming in the form of Archa Vigraha and benedicting us. We people are chasing after suffering, which is another name for material enjoyment. We are so foolish. We think we are going to enjoy. So, in this way, Lord's compassion on us should... So, the compassionate purpose of God's creation should be observed. Compassionate purpose of Krishna's creation. So, everything, physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, in all respects, Lord is supporting the jiva to come back to Godhead by multiple ways of... He is coming as Ganga, Yamuna, Kaveri, he is coming as Archa Vigraha, he is coming as Gita Bhagavatam, he is coming as devotees, he is coming as Harinam, he is coming as most famous Prasadam, isn't it? He is enveloping us from all sides to take us back, and we are celebrating the Varaha Dwadashi Today it's also remembering Lord Varaha as one of the 24 avatars, in which he came to offer protection to the earth, Vasundhara. So actually earth also is mother. She's a Bhudevi. She's one form of Lakshmi. So we're sitting on the lap of Lakshmi only when I'm sitting on the earth, isn't it? So we are sitting on the lap of mother, and we are also supported by the father. He is supplying everything for our needs. So Prabhupada said, if a child is sitting on the mother's lap, definitely she must have a husband. Correct, no? Imagine sometimes in the home, a lady is sitting with her baby. You know that she has a husband. Similarly, nature is their mother. We are their children. There must be father. Without it, how the children can come? So one should understand the hand of Lord nicely and be aligned with mother and father, mother nature and God ultimately. So even in this world, life can be a lot more better and happier, and it can offer us a platform to purify our heart and go back to God. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. We can have some discussion. We have time. So yeah. Anybody wants the mic? Give the mic to them. This mic will go there. Amanpur, you can comment on Varahadev. Anything special you want to tell us? Our Adityanand Prabhu. This is my favorite verse. Nice, no? Vidhun Varaha.
Very beautifully you explained how Krishna is very kind, he is very merciful. In every incarnation he comes, in different forms he comes only for the devotees. Bhaktanam Abhayikara. He makes the devotees hopeful, he makes the devotees fearless. And remembering a very beautiful verse, it says, Varaha Vamana Nrisimha Subhagyamisham Krida Vilola Hridayam Vibhudendra Vandyam Hamsatmakam Paramahamsa Manoviharam Vande Kripanidhi Maho Balanarasimha.
Oh, wonderful. This is from which?
This Ahobala Narasimha.
Oh, Narasimha, wonderful. Beautiful.
There it is saying that Varaha Vamana Nrasimha means these incarnations, my dear Lord, Varaha Vamana Nrasimha Subhagyam Isham. You as the Supreme Lord are all auspicious, and you bring in auspiciousness when you come. And Krida Vilola Hridayam Vibhudendra Vandyam. As you are being offered obeisances by the Devatas, you are busy. Hamsatmakam Paramahamsa Manoviharam. The Paramahamsas, pure devotees, their hearts are full of Bhakti Rasa, which is the lake. And on that lake, you are the Hamsas.
Oh, amazing, amazing.
So, my dear Lord, we offer our obeisances to you. So, as Varahadev, the Lord came, and even in Vrindavan, when Krishna would run around rolling in the mud, Mother Yashoda would say, I think you were Varahadev in your past life. Kam Sukarosi, Kata Janmani Putanare. Oh Putanari, I think you were a pig in your past life. That's why you are continuing from past life sanskar. Krishna would laugh and say, Maya, how did you know?
Yeah.
It is true, I was a pig in my past life.
Yeah.
Also, it's wonderful how Varahadev was worshipped in Navadvip also, in Koladvip, and how as even Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sriman Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Varahadev, he lifted up the waterfall, and how Varahadev lifted Mother Earth.
He lifted the pot, correct? Sukara.
My Guru Maharaj says that in Sanskrit the word for smelling is su.
Yeah, he smelled and found out the earth. Yeah, he smelled and found out the earth
Mother Earth.
in the Garbhodak ocean. Yeah.
And it's so wonderful that the Lord can come in any form. And He doesn't care about how He looks. He only cares about how the devotee can be best helped.
Yeah.
If Varahadev, if Mother Earth is in Garbhodaka, then if tusk is needed, I don't care how I look. I will come for you.
Exactly.
And if Prahlad Maharaj is saying that here he is, the Lord could have come from anywhere, but he comes from Vesabhayam Namragam Namanasham. Satyam Vidhatum Nijapratya. Just for Prahlad Maharaj, the Lord doesn't care how he looks.
Yeah.
Just Nrsimhadev Mahavatar.
Yes.
So in this way, this also shows the Lord's compassion, that he loves his devotees so much. But at the same time, his love is so amazing that Varahadev loves Mother Earth, and the effect of that love is bhauma. But when that bhauma becomes a demon, the Lord is ready to kill him. But in the example of Indra becoming a pig, Indra was not ready to let go of his position and his children, even if they are rolling in the gutter. But when the Lord's children are rolling in the gutter, he's giving support.
Good combat.
And he's killing bhauma.
Brilliant.
So much love.
Thank you. There is one interesting thing I recently heard when I went to Tirupati. See, in Tirupati, there is a condition that first you have to take Varaha avatar darshan, you have to take Varaha temple is there. Unless you take darshan of that, your darshan of Balaji is not considered full or effective. And I asked Devathiraman Prabhu, why is that so? Why is that condition? He laughed and laughed. I asked, why is laughing? What is it? He said, when Srinivas was Krishna, he came to that Pradesh, that area. That area, he was in charge of that area, was Varahadeva, He asked Varahadeva, can you please give me a residence in the 7 hills, Varahadeva looked at him and said, He was keeping, he was saying. And Srinivas was repeatedly requesting. He said, I can give you, but I have one problem. He said, what is it? You look so handsome. If you come here, everybody's attention will go to you, not to me. Varaha said. So that is why I am wondering whether to give you or not. So Srinivas said, okay, I will make a policy that anybody comes for my darshan, first they have to take your darshan and then they will come to my darshan. Is it all right? He said, then permission granted. Okay. So sometimes between the incarnations also, Lord comes in multiple incarnations. Ultimately he is the Lord only, but they have very sweet pastimes like this, correct now? He was selling, Prabhu was selling. So such amazing. So Varaha and Narasimha, these 2 incarnations are widely worshipped in India, many places. They are very prominent amongst the avatars. You may not find all the 10 so prominently, but besides Krishna, Ram and Vishnu, Varaha and Narasimha are also very much worshipped there. And also many people who build new temples, before the temple comes, they will keep Varaha also. They say that temple will come up fast, many ISKCON places. So Lord is Varahadev. Anybody want to take one takeaway or anything? You can give them. Yes, Prabhu.
I have a question.
Yes, Prabhu, sure.
So, Prabhupada established like one reason to protect from the injury of this world and from protect from one another.
Just 1 minute. Time is there. 1 hour will make it. Okay, yeah.
So, Prabhu, my question is, is there any particular spiritual, the particular benefit for worshipping Varahadev? How we Narasimhadevi say he gives that protection. So what is there?
Correct. Just like it gives stability, our Bhaktivedanta Thakur was given by his father, correct? No? So Narasimhadev gives purification and protection. Yeah. In my understanding, Varahadev actually solved an unsolvable problem, because if the earth has lost stability and fallen, similarly sometimes in our spiritual life also we lose stability in certain activities. Like some devotees come and tell me, Prabhu, I was doing this auspicious activity of reading every day, now I have lost touch. And 3 weeks have passed, I have not touched 1 page of Prabhupada. Similarly, some people say that, Prabhu, I used to sleep at 9:30, now every day it becomes 10:30, 11. So how many of you have experienced that certain good things we were doing, sometimes they get lost and it's difficult to revive back that old good situation? How many? So we can pray to Varaha, correct? It has unsolvable problem, he can solve it. Correct, no? Yeah. So I wanted one takeaway from anybody, one takeaway, each of you. And then we'll conclude with that. Huh? Yes.
Something that I very much cherished was that you told us about how when we study the Shastras and you study with comparison, you get that knowledge that something.
Understanding will get deeper. It's a contemplation test.
And that way our surrender increases.
Correct.
And that way we should be, and also we should be grateful for the time that Krishna protects us.
Correct.
Remembering those instances and instances in our life.
Perfect. Very good. Thank you.
We can appease the anger of the seniors by surrendering them.
Yeah.
Lord is very merciful to his devotees. He actually thinks about their welfare all the time. He is more worried about devotees than devotees themselves.
Haribol. Wonderful point.
Compassion of the Lord. Like, we don't even know how he protected us.
Yes.
Like you said, how he protected Arjuna in so many different situations and Arjuna did not understand. In order to explain to him
Correct.
how he is protecting you from such.
Yeah.
The Lord is so merciful. The Lord is so. The Lord.
Yeah. You say you cough. You do that? Now you can speak. It's gone now. Yes.
The Lord is so merciful, and He protects us all the time, even when we don't realize it. He's always protecting us. Whatever happens in our life, it's always His mercy.
Yes.
So we can feel the gratitude for this.
Exactly. Haribol.
I was thinking about when you asked about what's the difference between Varaha and Indra. So one point which came to my mind was Varaha is so detached that he is not even attached to his son, which we say in Sanskrit as Putra.
Okay.
And Indra is even attached to Mutra, because he's rolling in stool and urine.
Correct. Wonderful. Yes?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I really like the Narayana story. How you surrender and
Yeah.
you surrender because there is Luka and there is not surrender.
Yeah, and it's true everywhere, even in company, boss also. Sometimes boss is upset with you, and you, actually sometimes he may be wrong also sometimes, and you may be right also, but if you don't, at the spur of the moment, if you don't confront him, you just agree, then later on boss will agree to you that actually mistake was mine only, not yours. But because you surrendered, then you occupy their heart by surrendering. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The wonderful class. Also the surrender, the story we told, the king and his son, then he surrendered to the moon. So surrender to the senior when he is angry, don't confront, surrender.
Very good. Many of that. Hare Krishna.
The Lord comes to the earth to take home to Godhead, but as a foolish we are staying here and trying to enjoy the nature.
Very good. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
I really like how you explained that Indra was also in that situation where he was feeling comfortable. So from that I can understand that I can be also comfortable in my situation where I am thinking that this is very nice place, but rather I should feel
You should have aspiration to go back. Thank you. Very good. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for being able to class. I really like how you explained about the surrender. So in all circumstances, we should surrender to Lord. We shouldn't blame, we shouldn't anger. Krishna has a plan.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
thank you for the wonderful class.
Thank you.
So I like how Lord takes different incarnations for the devotees. Lord took a form of Varaha and protected Mother Earth. And how he said how Lord has created that we as foolish people using the the things that like how carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
And then, but Lord is always there protecting.
He is helping us. We are trying to trouble ourselves more. Very true. Thank you.
And how Lord don't worry about what form He tells for just to protect the devotee. He can take any form.
Exactly.
How compassionate.
Thank you. Good. Very good. Thank you. And behind you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for
Thank you.
the class. It's on my phone right now. I appreciate the way you spoke about surrender, and it reminds me that that's kind of the point. And it reminded me that the Lord can be whatever you need Him to be in that moment. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I like the point, like in path of Bhakti Yoga also, devotees, we can have like other mentalities like Karmi, Jnani and Yogi, which represent like practices, controllship and enjoy.
Very good. What's your good name?
Panchatattva Krishna.
Oh, I was telling you boys like him, young boys. If you are studying in the college?
He's doing postdoc.
Acha, very good. Which college you are in?
Currently I am in Texas and University. I
Yeah.
actually live in Dallas, DYS. I met you.
Okay. Oh, okay. You stay in Dallas.
Yeah.
Now you are, from there you go to Texas A&M.
Yeah. So like
It takes 3 hours.
By UTD. So actually, Texas A&M University has research extension center.
Okay, so you stay in Dallas and do research there.
Yeah.
Okay.
My family is living here, so
Okay.
I just travel back and forth.
Right. Very good. Probably like this in Dallas, they have 25, 30 devotees they have. We have UTD, UTA and UNT, correct, no? All the three. They go for retreats also of his own Rupad Maharaj we send. They also have weekly classes also. You are attending weekly also there, no?
Yes. And every day like morning program.
Every day morning program also they have. They have a center also. You stay in BYS only?
Yeah, I stay here.
Oh, very good. Wonderful. We want a similar center here also. In our Adinarayan Prabhu is going to take lead and do the needful here. Very happy that you have connection here also, there also.
Yeah.
So you can come and help them here also.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Prabhu? Last point, yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
For the class. So even though I came in late, I missed most of it, but I was able to relate because I heard somewhere in some lecture that even though we are on the spiritual path trying to be devotees, so we still keep committing offenses, like whenever we are going in our car, we are killing small insects, animals, things like that. So it was said that when we start our day or when we start our car in the morning, if we pray to Nursing Day, Lord Maharaj and Lord Vaman Day, then at least those sins won't come to us.
Okay. Take shelter of that. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
Maybe like to that point, like when you go to work, we will be killing so many things. So it's like, how do we take that?
Yeah, what happens when you go in the car, is it?
Like
No,
so
driving
many,
or something, so sometimes
in the
you
night,
may hurt other living entities.
So some
many,
small creatures may come.
In the night when you are going, so many insects are attracted to the light and they will be killed. Like we go very fast and then they come and
Actually, we, according to Shastras, we are not like Jains. Jains, for example, they put even this so that no germs will be killed and all that. Shastras say that consciously we should not kill. But unconsciously, there is something called as panchasuna. For example, when you're walking on the road, you may crush some ants or something like that. Or when you have a pestle and mortar, when you're hitting, some creatures may get this thing. Similarly, when you breathe, many germs are killed also. When you lit fire, many are roasted in that fire. So this is called panchasuna, 5 types of sins. But when you do devotional service, they will all be finished. Those reactions will not come. And those creatures actually are reaping off their karma. They are reaping whatever they had to work off their karma, they are doing that. But from our side, consciously we should not kill. Like for example, people keep their kitchen unclean and then the cockroaches come. Then they put some Baygon spray. So we should not invade them and kill them. So we should keep it so clean that that they won't come only. Correct, no? Because if we invite and kill them, it becomes sin. Correct? Is clear? Thank you all very much. Prabhupada ki. Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.